Hello, and welcome to episode. Oh God, I don't remember. He says I'll have to refer to my channel list. Episode 598. Oh wait a minute, the dog. She's heard me do the intro, so she knows it's time to go under the. You're a good girl like that. I'll edit this out. Don't worry. You go. You going under? Yeah. Whenever she hears me do the intro, she jumps off the sofa, goes under the desk. That's training for you. What a great dog. What was we doing? I'm going to start again. Hello, and welcome to episode 598 of Prog Review. And today I'm talking about Pink Floyd's The Meddle. That one there. I thought I'd done it. People say I haven't done it. I kind of did a live listen of it. So I thought, you know what, chase those views, because everybody loves the Pink Floyd and the Genesis and the Yes and the Van der Graaf. No, I don't like the Van. They like the big hitters, so I'm heading towards episode 600. Let's just do all the big names, and that way everyone will love me and I'll get loads of views and I'll be internet famous with all this, all YouTube famous, and it'll be great. Anyway, this is the band's 6th studio album. It comes after Out of My Mother and before Obscured by Clouds. It's very odd that, because I always, in my mind, Obscured by Clouds comes between Out of My Mother and Meddle. Sequentially, that seems to be more, that makes more sense. That makes more sense to me. And you see it's a real watershed moment in the band's career. After the experimental, I mean, some would say unsuccessful. I've got a soft spot for Out of My Mother. I think that, you know, we're trying to do something different. You know, whether or not it works, the band tends to think it doesn't. I like it. I think it's all right. But this shows them kind of moving forward again, moving from the Barrett and that psychedelic space rock area that they were existing in, and then that kind of bluesy stuff to somewhere else. And it's like I said, I think it's a very important album for them, because again it covers so many styles and they sound so self-assured on it. You know, it's a confident record, and it's one of their best. Right? It's one of their best. Of course it is. It opens with One of These Days. Again, it's an instrumental piece, but it's, I mean, crikey, I mean, it's, what do you say about it? I mean, it's just, you know, you got the bass line from Roger Waters and the amazing drums of Mason. Again, if you watch this, I mean, I love the Live in Pompeii version. Do you wince when Mason loses a drumstick every time? I've seen it a million times. I'm not exaggerating. I must have seen. No, I probably haven't. It's probably more. I probably watched it about 12 times. I don't know. I always wince when he loses a drumstick and recovers, don't you? But it opens with this track, and again, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of proto-punk. It's just so unlike anything that they've done before, and you have the distorted line from Nick Mason added to it, and the song goes off again, and you get some great solo in from Gilmore. I mean, it's just got everything. I just love it. I think it's very exciting. And again, the Pompeii version is, for me, is the definitive edition, as it were. So yeah, then that kind of goes into a Pillow of Winds, which is kind of folky, bluesy. Again, and it's the complete opposite. It's light to the shade, you know, of One of These Days. It's a lovely contrast from that. Fearless, they ramp up, you know, slightly they ramp up slightly, and it's one of those us and them kind of anti-establishment songs that will be developed further on Dark Side of the Moon. Again, it's a great track, love it. I love the run, I love the flow of the album, and again, it's some great guitar work on there. Great. That dun 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 dun. I just love that little hop skip. It just always puts a smile on my face, and of course it ends with the crowd chant of "You'll Never Walk Alone." Fantastic track, love it. Again, I've spoken. If you go and watch the live listen, I speak in more detail there. Saint-Tropez, we have some humour. It's about being on your uppers. Doing well, and I again quite enjoy it. Seamus at the end is probably the weakest point on the album. It's cod blues with I'm talking more like Delta blues with a dog howling. I'm not too in love with that one. I mean, I could have left it off the record and it would have been fine, I think. Now, the real challenging part of the record is when you flip it over, echoes. And again, you have that piano note going into, I don't know, is that Leslie cabinet speaker or whatnot? I don't know, there's some weird stuff going on there. And it sounds like you're underwater. It sounds like the echo, the ping of the echo finder. Ping, ping. It is just that opening sets the scene. It's an amazing thing that you can do with music, because you feel like you're underwater, and it is. That's the setting of the song. You're under the sea, and I mean, Echoes is probably. I still think it's probably their most ambitious piece. Forget what came afterwards. This is it. This is real ambition here, and it moves from like a proper structured song into audio verite. Music concrete. Weird noises. And then it all resolves itself into some really excellent delay guitar from Gilmour, which many of us guitarists have been trying to emulate since. Before again, we return to the beginning and it resolves itself. It's just perfect. It is just perfect. Okay, the experimental bit probably could have been edited down somewhat. That's again, if you're going to be critical. But in terms of production, musicianship, ideas, lyrics, vocals, it's just perfect. It is just perfect, and I love it. I find it fascinating. And again, there is a surround sound version of this album out there, which should have been on that box set but wasn't, but it was on the Blu-ray or DVD or whatnot. It is out there, and it's a shame they don't release it, because Echoes is just built for 5.1 surround sound if you're into that sort of thing. So, I mean, for me, there's no argument. I mean, from the iconic cover again from Hypnosis to the dying echoes of Echoes, it is almost perfect, apart from Seamus. Let's be honest. We can be honest. Let's be honest. That is the weak moment on the album. And again, I don't understand how they go from Out Mark Mother, this, and then back to Obscured with Clouds. It's just, again, this is what I say about there being some good albums and some bad albums, and and then we end up with Dark Side of the Moon. And this and Dark Side of the Moon, I think, is they're just I mean, this is them at probably their proggiest. This is them at their most prog. And then Dark Side of the Moon, although it's a concept album and everything's kind of linked together, it's not really prog music. Pink Floyd are one of those strange bands that they always hit the top 10 prog album things, but they're not strictly. They're more trad than that, aren't they? So yeah, I do find it odd that we go from this into Obscured by Clouds, which I just find utterly boring, and yeah, and then they come back the year later within Dark Side of the Moon. So how did that happen? But yeah, in terms of a rating, I mean, this gets a strong 5. Echoes, 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 echoes. Out of 5. See what I did there? 5. Echoes, 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 echoes. Out of 5 for this record. Even though, you know, we know we can get rid of Seamus. It's a good extra on the Pompeii film, but so yeah, you've got everything. You have proto-punk, folk, humour, and prog. It's got everything, this record. And again, you know, if you haven't checked it out, you really should. It is a classic album. You know, again, I think it's up there with Dark Side of the Moon. Again, for me, it's this. Well, no, I mean, it's, sorry, I've got to get it right. It's that one there, which I don't know if you can see it. That one, which is Piper. It's Piper, Meddle, Dark Side, Animals, Wall. Nothing on that end. You can do it in 5 albums. You know. And anyway, I've blabbered on enough. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Do remember to engage. We must engage. There must be a free engagement on this video. In the comments section, I must pretend to be interested in your comments. Please leave comments before the Google algorithm that runs YouTube is hungry for engagement. I also need thumbs ups and downs and lefts and rights. I just need the love, man. I need the love. And on that, there's not much else other than to say, prog on.